Yeah, go ahead, man.
Ultra pouches.
Our sponsor is Zyn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've been trying these lately just as like, I don't really do nicotine that much. Like the Zyn pouches make me feel sick to my stomach, but I like the oral fixation of things is kind of nice. So I ordered these and they actually work really well.
So what are they?
They're like some nootropic, like they're supposed to help you focus.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can try one if you want, but it's wintergreen. They're just nice.
I've never tried those before or anything like pouch wise. I'm going to do the hello and welcome to the Likable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I'm your host, David Stickle, and today I'm joined by Mr. Caleb White.
What's going on?
Hello.
Thanks for having me. This is cool.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming in. This worked out perfectly because you have a show tonight in Kingston, New York.
Yes.
Excited.
Yeah, the Unicorn Bar. I'm excited. It's a gay show. It's a very gay show. But it's
very gay show.
Very gay. But no, yeah, I've done a show there before. Last year, Kaylee Strafford had put me on it.
Okay.
And then I had gotten connected with the guy that's putting on the show tonight, Drew Tessler from New York City.
Yeah.
I was on the Queer Comedy Festival, and he was like, "Hey, you live up this way. Do you want to come do the show?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" It's like a really cool venue. It's like really sick for comedy. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was excited to come down for it.
I know Drew from he hosts like 85 open mics in New York.
He does.
Yeah.
He's a very busy man. He's a very busy man with comedy. Yeah.
So I actually, that's how I saw the show was because I follow him on Facebook now or Instagram or whatever, and then I saw that you were also on the poster. So I was like, oh, sick! I know both of you. Yeah. Are there other comics on the lineup?
Not from around here. He's bringing Hozo, which is, I've met her once. She was on the same festival night that I was on.
Sick name.
It is. It's very funny too. And then there's two others, I believe, that I don't remember the names of. I should know that. I'm sorry. I'll know the names.
You're big time in them.
Some huge name. It was like Mateo Lane.
That would be funny. There will be a singing portion of the.
Yeah, no, it'll be good though. They have you been to that venue before?
I've not. They do an open mic there. I think on the same night of the month that the other open mic is going on that I just went to first. Okay. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a cool venue. Like they've got a really pretty cool bar area up front, and then like a secondary, like more kind of quiet chill room, and then the back is their stage where they do all their shows. So it's pretty conducive for comedy because like it's not like a typical bar where like the bar's in the room you're doing comedy, you have to fight with the noise of that. So it's and people are there to watch you, so it's cool. It's
that's cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna check it out, man. Let's it's gonna be pretty cool.
This will be your first night at a gay bar?
I think so. I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Enjoy those free drinks, pal.
Yeah, dude. You think that'll happen?
Maybe if you play your cards right.
Hell yeah! I do have a bear on my shirt.
Yeah. You get all the rates. I've heard that's like a stereotypical like thing. Like if you go to a gay bar just to get free drinks or whatever. I don't really know. I've only been there for like comedy shows. And stuff, but maybe if you play your cards right.
Yeah, maybe I'll be the belle of the ball situation. Yeah. That'll be cool.
Actually, I did get a free drink last time, but it was from the ticket for being on the show. So
okay,
not quite the same.
Do you what was I gonna say? Do you do a lot of queer shows, or is this like kind of your first one, or you did the one last year?
Yeah, right? Not a ton. So I'm. Hi mom, I'm newer to being out of so like I was dealing with some like just like telling family, letting them get used to all that, so I haven't been like super publicly like chasing those opportunities. But
how recent?
Like yesterday. No, I'm kidding.
They're finding out now.
I just got off the phone. So, like a few years ago. Well, this past year, like more so, just like with family knowing and stuff like that. So there's like some weird like hurdles in my mind to like get over, like pursuing those opportunities and like putting it out that I'm on those shows. You know, that's weird, but at this point I'm just kind of like, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah, really good shows, like super good opportunities. So
you're a fireman too, right? Yeah. So like that community stereotypically not really known for being as I don't know, patient with the
Yes.
queer community. So like,
Yes, but
what was that like?
It's weird because like simultaneously you'll be like, there's like some weird stigma around it, or like people get weird if they find out you are. At the same time, when they're like just a bunch of straight dudes in a room, they're like very gay for each other.
Yeah, they're
like,
super gay.
And they say the bullshit like it's only gay balls touch or whatever. Like this, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Like that. But it's interesting.
I've definitely I wrote this line down forever ago, and I've just never used it as a joke. But I've said things to other straight men that I would never say to a sexual partner.
It's like there is a different line you have with your buddies that you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone you're hooking up with. You
Definitely.
know?
That's so funny. I mean, because on the other hand, it is still a brotherhood, right? I mean,
yeah.
You're still pretty tight with each other.
Yeah, I mean, like one of my best friends, Mason. Like we work together. We're like. We joke about that kind of stuff all the time. Like it's just like our friendship, and we're very close in that kind of stuff. So, what's up, pal?
Howdy.
But yeah, like I think that's just kind of part of being in that line of work. Like it's just comes with it, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool though. So they were cool with it, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I've never made it a point to like make that my identity. If that makes sense. Like I don't like the idea of being like I identify as whatever. I'm just like, hi, my name's Caleb. That's a thing about me, but like that's not my whole personality.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my approach with work and things like that too. I don't go out of my way to tell people or make it something that is going to make things uncomfortable. If they find out, whatever. That's just kind of where I'm at with
Hell
it.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've been doing comedy for how long?
Like pursuing it for like 2.5 years.
Okay.
I've done like some like performance comedy things and some like talent show comedy sets like growing up and like through the years, but not really hitting open mics and stuff until like 2.5 years ago.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's been fun.
What was like the catalyst for like just trying it out?
I think it was so when I started I was going through paramedic school, and it was over winter break that I started going to Comedy Works in Saratoga. And I think I was just like bored because paramedic school is very full time and very busy. So you kind of build up a routine of being like on the go all the time. And then you have Christmas break and you're doing like nothing. And I've always been interested in comedy. So like I was always watching it, and like I knew like Albany comedy was around, but I didn't know. I knew there was open mics, but I didn't really look into them until I was kind of bored, and I was like, I want to do this. Like, why not now? So I went and hit up a few open mics in February of that year, which was like 2024 or 23 or whatever it was. And then like just did a few, and then kind of picked up that fall after I graduated from school, and did it like a lot more consistently. So
I've never asked an Albany comic this, and I don't know why, but like, how is that like scene when it comes to like being a new comic? Are they like, because like if I'm gonna guess and picture it, I imagine like Patrick like walks up to you after you say like, hey, this is my first time, and then Patrick walks up to you and he's like, listen, you gonna like, you're doing great, and like you're gonna keep going. You know,
it wasn't Patrick specifically, it was Jay Conley. I remember him,
very cool.
Frankie Jeb.
Okay.
Which I kept getting confused because I thought they kind of looked alike when I first met them.
That's funny.
I think one of them was hosting. The one thing I remember from that was like afterwards, I had done like the set I'd done was the talent shows that I did them at was at a Christian college, so it was very PG, clean, like very Christian college-y kind of humor, like, and it kind of set me up for failure because at those talent shows I crushed with that material. Like I have a recording of one of my buddies that was filming me doing this open mic, and he was doubled over and laughing. So like it was on the floor most of the time. But then I went to Comedy Works in Saratoga, and I do the same material, and it's like crickets.
Yeah.
This was, the standards was different, but
you went from a house of God to a house of evil.
Yes. It shifted. It was interesting. But no, it was. I think I had like one kind of decent laugh during the set, or one premise that was kind of funny, and people were laughing at the idea of it. And Jay Conley afterwards outside, I was like walking, or getting ready to leave. I was like, hey, like, nice to meet you guys. He was like, yeah, keep coming back. There's something there. And I'm like, cool, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude, that's huge for your first open mic.
Yeah.
My first open mic, I want to say it was Keith Prince. Have you ever met him?
I don't think so. I know the name, but
he puts a lot of shows together. But he like kind of walked over. I mean, even the host of the mic was like, "That was your first time," and like they were like, "Yeah, like keep trying." Like Keith Prince walked over, just like shook my hand, introduced himself, and he's just like, you know, we got to see you around here more. Another comedian came over, told me where another open mic was. You know, it was just, he's like, I never want to see you again. Go to this other one. I don't go there.
Yeah.
No, but it was really cool.
There's part of me in my mind when I see like a new comic that does well at an open mic, I'll like be kind of intentional to go like say, hey, like good job, like keep coming back. Because then I'm like, if they make greatness one day, I want them to remember that I was the one that like puts them towards that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, that's our responsibility.
Yeah,
it's a numbers game, really.
Yeah. At the flip side, I think we should also be like, hey, not for you. There should be equal opportunity or equal honesty.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Like, there are definitely comedians that you see like doing their first open mic, and you're like, yeah, I could tell you're gonna try to go to Austin next week.
Sure.
You know, you know, like, you have this really hot race joke that you want to try. You know,
which it's so funny because like I still consider myself very new and everything. I feel like very lucky to have the opportunities I've had in comedy.
I say the same thing.
Like it's kind of it's cool. Like I never would have expected it. I really like where I'm at, like the trajectory of things. But like even looking back at the videos I first saw, like on the sets that because I record all my sets, the sets that I thought I crushed on, I look back now and I'm like, wow, that was dog shit.
Yeah.
So like, and that's only like 2.5 years into doing comedy. So now I'm like really excited. Like, okay, 5 years from now, I'm really excited to look back at this time and be like, whoa, like that's really cool. I want to continue on that, you know, kind of growth that I'm on right now, or I feel like I'm on at least.
I really hope that like at like the 10-year mark, I'll be able to talk on stage the way I'm talking now, which is just like so fucking chill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
But also, I'm not super funny in real life. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of bad.
I'm happy you said that because I've been thinking about that lately. I was like, I feel like people find out I do comedy, and they're expecting me to be like the absolute life of the party and bring the energy up, or like they're like, "Oh, tell me a joke," and I'm like, first of all, fuck you, pay me $1. I'm not gonna do this for free.
I fucking hate that. Yeah, you got a joke for me?
Yeah. Actually, I did that. I just finished up recording one of my podcast episodes with Frank.
Great guest.
He was great. Yeah, it was awesome. Super memorable. Frank Pengali or something. I forget. It's like he does movies. He like lives in Queensbury and stuff.
Okay, is it Pignelli?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty well known,
I
right?
think we're friends on Instagram.
Okay. Super nice guy. Sorry, buddy.
If I've met you in person, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but he came up to Lake George, so we like walked around afterwards, and he wanted to go to the Lake George bakery. So we stopped in there and we were talking, and the lady was super nice and asking what we were doing. So he was saying like, I make movies. He does comedy. We're making a podcast. And she asked me like to do a joke, and I was like, well, I said that line, like, pay me $1. She was like, hold on. And she came back with a pastry and gave me a pastry, which was really fucking good. Yeah. So I felt obligated to say some kind of joke, but I'm not going to do my gay material like Lake George Bakery. Anyway, yeah.
I feel bad because I never have one like loaded and ready to go.
Yeah.
At least one that's not appropriate.
Yes.
You know, because it's often like a really sweet old lady or a sweet old man that like asks me for a joke, and I'm like, the only one that's on the top of my head is a joke about bukkake. And I'm like, that's the only one that's quick enough.
Maybe they will like it. You don't know,
dude. That is true. You get the right, the right old dude. He's just like, oh hell yeah,
yeah. I always do a joke that's not mine. I just thought it was like funny because all my jokes are like, I don't have like one-liners. I'm not super like a big one-liner. But I always say like, how does a hamburger introduce his new girlfriend? Hey everybody, meet Patty. Crushes. And I love that. Yeah. Everybody's expecting a joke and they get that joke. They love it. Like,
yeah. So, palatable.
Yeah. That won me a pastry the other day. Like that's the joke that got me the pastry. So,
so you mentioned the podcast. What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah.
What's going on? Without the G on the going. This is the G and it's Owen.
Yeah.
Going.
It's kind of specifically that way because, well, the name What's Going On was kind of, like my friend group, we just say that whenever we go and like get together to hang out. We're like, what's going on? Like we say it like that. So I was like, that'd be like a cool name for a podcast. And then I looked it up, and there's like 20 What's Going On podcasts out there, and they spell it all out. So I'm like, well, I'm going to do the no G and the apostrophe or whatever. Like, it was kind of specifically that way, but yeah, that's What's Going On podcast.
For Likable, I have Like able, right? And I think the phone reads it as a spelling error, but I Googled it. It says it's fine. I think this is just the English way of saying it. Yeah. But yeah, it'll automatically correct it to no E in the Likable. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. I'm like, yeah, because there won't be another one.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's when you know you've made it, like, as a podcast, when it doesn't stop, or when it stops correcting it.
Yeah,
for the proper spelling.
It won't ever do that. It'll still be like, hey, you're wrong, you know. But most of me is partially incorrect, so that's fine. So you this is, you know, we only have like an hour, you know, and you have like 2-hour long episodes. Like I was checking them out. I've listened to a few. I was curious about it from when you started, just because you like approached me at an open mic one time, and you're like, hey, what do you use for this? And I was like, oh, whoa. Yeah. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well, like I'd been thinking about it for a while. One, because I like the medium of podcasts, like sitting down and having a conversation and getting to know someone that you've not really talked to is like fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Plus, it's like clip farming. Like it's good for social media.
Easy
like it's
material,
just stuff to post out there and kind of stay in front of people. But yeah, I knew you had one, and then I think Kay and Patrick had just started up theirs, like maybe around that time I had approached you. So I was like doing a lot of research to try to figure out like, how do I like publish this? How do I put it out there? What software should I use? What kind of mic should I get? Like all that kind of shit. So I was happy to have some like people that in the same community that I could ask questions like that for. I think you had recommended
horrible information. I like, you were like, hey, what about this and this and this? I'm like, I just edit it and send it to somebody. Yeah. I'm worthless in this conversation.
I think you recommended Opus.
I use Opus, to make the clips. I'm not super satisfied with it long term. Yeah, because I mean, it's not the best.
I've used it a few times though from that recommendation, mainly because like if I'm in a rush and I want to get a clip out or something, I'll like just throw it into there, let it pop out something. But even then, it's kind of finicky in how it edits things together.
Yeah, I mean, it's way better on a desktop than it is on They have a cell phone version now. And it's like, it's okay, but you can't really edit it, which kind of sucks. And then I was doing it on a tablet for a long time, but then it's like, no, you got to use the desktop. So what I'll do is I'll upload it, let everything upload, and then I'll find the clip that I want. And then if I really like it, I'll start to edit it in the desktop. And then that's what and then I'll download it onto my phone from my phone instead of doing a download and then send and all that kind of crap. But
that's I've only ever done it from the phone, and it's hard.
The phone sucks. I mean, CapCut's probably way better. Like I'm finding that it's just almost better to make your own clips. But like, I'm sure you get this too. Like working full time, doing comedy as much as you can. Like the podcast already takes a lot to edit and do all that kind of stuff. To make clips after all of that is like such a drain.
It is a lot. So I'm not super consistent with putting out episodes. I think I've gotten like 18 put out right now, which is over the course of 6-7 months maybe. So not a lot. But it's just like hard to schedule somebody to get the timing to go together. To then I record like everything on like a GoPro for my cameras, and then like a little soundboard. And I'm forgetting the Rode, like a little Rode 4K like soundboard. And then I have to like take those SD cards, put them together in the computer, upload that, edit all that, upload that to the computer, which takes like an hour just to upload, and then upload that to like YouTube and all the other softwares, which takes like another hour. So,
I've got a piece of information that's going to change your life.
Please.
There is the USB-C cables make all of the difference in this. So like that little, I'll show you it after because it's in my bag over there. But it's like a $20 cable you buy off the internet, and it transfers like 80 megabytes per second. So like what used to take me like 2 hours to upload to YouTube is done in, I don't know, 35 minutes.
Please.
It's crazy.
Please.
And it's not like, it's not the internet speed, because I fixed that at some point. It was literally just like you're trying to get all this water downstream, but there's a dam, you know, and you're just like, you got a little spout coming out of it. But we're just making the spout bigger. Dude. It's a huge difference.
Please, yeah,
I'll show you. Yeah, you could take a picture of it after.
Sure.
It's I sent it to John Leary of the Great to Be Here podcast, and I think I'm on their shit list right now, but that's okay.
You want to talk about it?
Well, they called in to Super Salad when I was on, and they left the voice notes, and then Jacob Gleason was one of the voice notes. He did something about like a shirts on in the pool summer situation. Okay. And then I called him a fat piece of shit. But we didn't know, you know. but nobody knew it was him until right now.
Is Jacob his actual name?
It's Jake, but he went by Jacob once, and now he goes by it now.
Does he do stand up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's funny.
I'm pretty sure. Well, has he gone to Comedy Works? Do you know? Like, is he up this area?
I don't know if he's ever gone to Comedy Works.
Okay. I only asked because there was one guy who went up as Jacob. Okay. And I like
him.
I don't remember how his set went, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure he was like very new at the time. And I was after him, and is he a bigger dude?
He's a little husky,
yeah. So I was like,
not a fat piece of shit.
Yeah. We're really starting to worry now. Well, I'm here to help.
I got super. I'm ranking up with Albany now.
Podcast war is going to be fun.
They're trying to do the podcast games this summer, and they want to do like a potato sack race and all that kind of stuff. And I'm the only person that's a solo operation. I think you're kind of a solo operator. Maybe we team up because it's pairs.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of pairs involved, and we're the only two solos. So maybe we form a super team.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So sorry. What were you?
Well, no, I was just gonna say I roasted him because like Jacob is kind of a weird pronunciation of Jacob, which is what it's supposed to be. So I was like, I think he walked out of the room, and I was like, "Is his name really Jacob?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "More like Jacorn on Jacob, fat ass." Just went into my set, which that was the biggest laugh of the set. I think I bombed the rest of it, but I at least got that little jab in and got a laugh. So I was like, fine.
As what happens with open mics. The riffs are always the best at the open mics. So you primarily interview like comedians on your show, right?
For the most part, yeah.
I think the first maybe of the first four, there was a couple people that you knew from like, I'm assuming work or like just friends.
Yeah, I had my boss on, and then one of my buddies that I used to work with, who is a paramedic out in North Carolina now, I had him on to talk about stuff.
Cool.
And then I've done like one or two solo episodes about EMS related things, and I want to do more EMS stuff too, because I've kind of got my foot in both areas. Like do the comedy, which I really enjoy doing because those interviews are just fun. The EMS side I also enjoy doing because I'm passionate about that, but I'm also like want to just talk about things that aren't really talked about in EMS world, which is like, I don't know how to describe it other than like New York is kind of behind the ball in first response EMS thing.
Interesting.
Yes.
Do you think it's because it's very like privatized?
Well, so there's a few reasons. There's New York isn't, as of right now, considered an essential service for like
EMS is not considered an essential service.
That's wild.
Yep.
And I hope I don't butcher this. Boston Lake EMS just put out like a really good video on this. But there's not as many opportunities for funding or education or things or for EMS as compared to like fire and police are required in essential service, which is important, but EMS isn't. So I think we're kind of playing catch up with that, but also just with our like protocols and our abilities, like we have a scope of practice as paramedics that compared to other states is not nearly as progressive as other places.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird. You think of New York as like pretty progressive.
Yeah. How so progressive?
So like Texas, for instance, they are giving blood and blood products in the field. So if I have like a really bad trauma patient, I don't have the ability to deliver blood to them in the field here yet.
Okay.
But other states have been doing that for years, and that's making like obviously saving people's lives. So things like that. There's a lot of like a lot more medications, a lot bigger scope of practice, a lot more interventions they could do.
Is it because of like liability? Like they don't want the paramedic company to like kind of take on that liability, or they don't want to open themselves up to be sued? Because it's always about money, isn't it? You know,
in the long term, yes.
Yeah.
I don't entirely know. I think there's a lot of bigger cities or like bigger EMS systems will drive progressive changes. So like Texas, you have Austin has a huge EMS system. And there's a few places around there that really drive a lot of change. Therefore, like their state change of protocols to kind of adapt to them. New York we have big EMS systems like FDNY or like other bigger cities around them. But for some reason, we're kind of behind the game in changing our protocols and catching up and staying up to date with things. So, at least in my opinion, so that's kind of why I want to talk about it on the podcast, because like. I like bringing awareness to things, or like kind of pushing for things we could change to in the future. Also, as a system, I work up north. There's a lot of like rural areas that aren't staying up to date with things that we have now, or like more common practices, or things that are just better, I guess. I don't know how to say it other than being rude sometimes. But there's places that kind of suck.
Yeah, what's like an example? You don't have to say the town.
Yeah. You know? I mean, there's quite a few like smaller agencies up north that they do the best they can. Like a lot of them are volunteer. They have very low funding. They just don't have the resources and abilities to train and educate and equip their EMS providers in the same way.
Interesting.
As compared to, I'm like with some agencies that are very progressive. We have a lot of cool equipment and tools and things like that. So just talking about things like that, one, to help EMS providers stay motivated to like actually adapt and bring on new practices. But also it's just a way to start discussion and like help people stay up to date with things. I did the EMS hot takes episode where I just had people comment their EMS hot takes, and it was all other like EMS providers that I've worked with. Mm-hmm. And it was very like niche things that you probably wouldn't really know much about unless you work in EMS. But I just wanted to get the discussion going, and like I wanted people to comment about these things and kind of get some narrative going about like, here's things we can do better to improve our patient care and patient outcomes. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I mean that's a cool like thing to take on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it's something obviously you care about a lot. So I mean, it's good to make yourself more than just about comedy.
Yeah. You know? Well, yeah, I wanted to do the comedy side of things because I think I really enjoy the entertainment things. It's just a cool thing to do. I knew I wanted to do the EMS thing, so I was debating on doing like 2 separate podcasts, but then I was like, no, I'll just put them on one and let the exposure be what it is. Like maybe people will start to enjoy comedy that only like EMS or vice versa. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's been cool so far. I've gotten some really good feedback on both sides of things. So
has anybody like random responded or like popped up as far as like interest in your field?
It's for like people being like, oh, I'm interested in EMS now.
Yeah, I mean, just like anybody, because I mean, like it's a very niche like kind of thing to be comedy and EMS, which is the way to go on the internet. By the way, find a niche and kind of use that, you know, go with it. But like, I was curious if
that's the only reason I'm gay, by the way.
Yeah, for the marketing. Everybody's gay now, dude. Yeah. You're not niche at all, dude. You are so common now. You pick maybe in 2008, buddy. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm behind the ball.
You're so boring now. God, why couldn't I get a trans person in here? You know,
give me a few weeks and I'll come back.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Shave.
No, yes, to answer your question, I've had some like comedy people comment on those like hot takes video, and they were talking about like an EMS call that they did, or they had to call EMS for their partner for some reason, and they were talking about an aspect of that. So kind of some bleed over. I think a lot of people that I work with know that I do comedy too. So there's been like a lot of discussions in work settings about that.
How often do you get you're going to use this for one of your bits?
So frequently, like 2 times today at least.
That's crazy.
And people don't understand. Like I'm never going to talk about you on stage. I get that all the time. It's pretty irritating, to be honest with you.
Do you ride in the back, or do you drive the bus?
Both. Yeah.
So does your riding partner like basically just be like, you know, he's a comic, right? You know,
sometimes.
Like, yeah. Do you just like, you fucking know?
Yeah, most of the time I'm like, My hands are up. We're gonna fight when we get back to.
I will drive this bus. On the bridge. I will kill us.
We're all gonna need a fucking hospital here. No, that does happen, and I'm. Most of the time, I think people think I'm lying, or like he's lying. They're just like referencing that. Oh, he's a funny guy, and like not actually doing stand up. So that's what I play it off as, because I don't want that to be like a distract. Like I'm here for you to help your broken leg or whatever. I don't want to talk about me doing like material at a stand up or some club around here. You know, I just want to focus on you. Yeah. So
hell yeah, dude.
Sometimes there's bleed over.
Yeah, no, that's that would drive me nuts. I work in a bar, so like you know, and we do comedy shows at the bar, so like everybody is always just like, oh, you know, you can put this in your bit when they just say something funny behind the bar, and I'm like, that doesn't apply to me at all. Actually.
Right. Yeah. What do you think?
Not a part of my story.
Yeah. I normally tell people just like, well, you go do it. You show up to an open mic and you do it and see how it goes.
Yeah. How about you run it, buddy?
Right. Yeah.
So you So you got the podcast, you're doing comedy, EMS, firefighter. You do a lot of stuff. You also produce shows.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I was listening to you and Ethan talk recently, and that was I've been catching up because I was also shout out to Joel because he mentioned me on an episode. Yeah. I was like, oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Yeah. And the shout outs are fun. Like there's been like once I think Kay and Patrick mentioned me because they were doing episodes like around the time I'd booked them for some shows up north, and they mentioned me and they're like, yeah, that kid, like he's doing a good job, like he's doing solid work. And I'm like, really?
Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's so nice.
It is. Yeah, like the accolades from other comics, especially, is kind of like rewarding in a different way.
Yeah,
so.
I think I might have seen you at a couple open mics before because I used to listen to their show every week as well.
Yeah.
And I think I might have, you know, seen you at a couple open mics before that, but never really like, you know, heard your name or anything like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just don't like notice everybody, and especially in Albany, I just feel like I'm so out of it. You know, mostly because I am out of it. Like I'm not in the Albany scene, but when they mentioned you, I was just like, oh, I think I know who that is, and then I saw you. Not long after that, and we talked about the podcast. I think. Yes, and then
that was at the Capital District 20 competition,
right? Yeah.
Schenectady, I think.
Yes, Schenectady. So. Yeah, and then I saw you at Lark recently too.
Yes, which I'm sorry, I sat down at the table with you, and it was dark. I didn't even realize. I don't know if you like just shaved or something or what. I'm sorry. It was dark. I was like, afterwards, I was like, that was fucking David I was sitting by. I didn't even say hi.
Oh, you didn't know it was me when you sat there?
Yes.
Oh, that's because it was like all right. Because I was gonna not bring this up. No, but I'm assuming it's your partner. Yeah. Sat down, and you guys sat down at the table with me, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, Caleb's here, and I didn't know your partner. I don't know your partner,
Nate. Yep.
Nate. Okay. And then, like, you know, like 15 minutes later, you guys get up and go to another table. Yes. I was like, you fucking asshole.
I'm so sorry. I thought about that afterwards.
I was like, do I stink? Like,
I'm terrible with like just like remembering people, and I knew you. We met the one time at the bar like last year. Obviously, I knew you from the podcast, and then I sat down at the table and it just didn't connect in my brain, which is a thing that happens with me way too frequently. Like I'll be on the ambulance, I'll introduce myself to a patient, and I will just promptly remember or like forget their name.
That's funny.
All the time. And so like I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I didn't it's so funny.
I did feel like a douchebag afterwards because like fuck, I probably looked so fucking rude just now.
No, so like full disclosure, I didn't know you were gay. So like when you sat down with what I assumed was your buddy, and then you left, and then I was like, oh, fuck that guy. You know? And then you went on stage, and I think you talked about being gay.
Yeah, probably.
And I was like, oh, they're on it's like a date for them, you know? Because I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's, you know, I wouldn't want a weird dude at the table either. I'm trying to spend a night out with my partner. You know? So I get it. But at the moment, I was just like, oh.
I was not my shining moment. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It was like I knowing what I know now, I'm like, that makes perfect sense. Like who wants a guy at their table? Like whether we knew each other or not, like I wouldn't, you know.
I think it was also like those couches are just nice for us to sit on because they're closed. So you can kind of like put your arm around each other. I guess a little more intimate than the table.
To paint this for the listeners so they don't think you're an asshole. I was sitting like along the wall with the stage. So if you're on the stage, you have to look pretty much directly to your left to see the table I was sitting at, which means like, you know, you kind of have to really crank your head to even see the stage. So where you left was for a better spot. Like you were closer to the stage. You could see, you know, you could see easier. Like it was just you made the right choice.
It was still a dick move. I should have said at least, hey, bye. We're going to like just move over here. So
no, you're fine. You're fine. In the moment, I was like, oh, you know, but I'm going to be, It didn't really upset me. In the moment, I was just like, oh.
That's what, I've had that a few times and I'll be like, I definitely
what's
thought, wrong? Like,
I definitely thought I stunk or something. Yeah, I was just like, God, you know.
If anything was wrong with you, you would have known it just by my partner's face. I'm like very. He has a hard time hiding that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is I love it about him, but he'll be like you'll know, you know. So it's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. That's so funny you brought that up because I thought about that at some point and I was like, huh. I was like, yeah, no, don't worry. We're not beefing like you and Jacob and I are. Yeah, fuck you, Jacob.
Corn on Jacob.
John Leary is cool. His co-host is John Leary, and we're cool. But
nice.
Jacob and I, not so much.
Yeah,
we're gonna fight to the death in these podcast games.
I have like a weird, not like only strictly a podcast beef with Tyler Artist.
Okay.
And I don't remember how it's. Oh, actually, I do. I did the radio spot with Juan. We were promoting the Capital District's Funniest Comedy show, and myself, Greg Kraft, and Tyler Artist were on that show. So he had us all on to like promote that show and talk about it. And there was some. I think Greg was like working with like at the time was like at a job where he's working with homeless people. I was like a first responder, and I forget what Tyler was doing, but there was a joke made like he's not like that job is so insignificant compared to like us. So that got brought up on a podcast one time, and then it just like it snowballed from there because I had Juan and Greg at the same time. So I haven't had Tyler on the show, and I haven't even talked to him about this, but we've talked about him so much in the first few episodes. So it's kind of funny. Like this is like a weird like beef that is not actually a beef. It's just like something funny to talk about.
I love that.
But,
I love that. Well, Tyler, you're welcome to come back on and talk shit about Caleb if you want.
Yeah, Tyler, you're welcome to come on the show only.
You're not welcome on the What's Going On Here pod.
No. I do want to have him on. Actually, he's really funny.
Yeah, Tyler's really funny.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we've talked enough about other people. You know, it's cool to finally sit down because I mean you're relatively. I mean you haven't had the option to go to another table here so far, but I'm sure you would if there was. But like we've not really interacted a ton. You know, you're a pretty reserved guy. I think at Mike's I'm a pretty reserved guy. You know, so it is kind of cool to sit down and chat. Like,
it is, yeah. I love the opportunity because it's one like for me it kind of forces me to like talk because I'm very reserved around people I don't know, especially like outings or parties or whatever. I tend to just talk to people I know and like we'll joke and we'll have fun. But if it's like around a new group of people, that's kind of like where I shy down a little bit. So I am really appreciative of this opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not much of an opportunity.
But this is
do you find that
break
podcast? It is, dude. I mean the world is watching. Several hundreds.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you find like it's a lot easier to talk to people now that you've done the podcast? Like, yeah,
I think so. Because I try to be more mindful of how I approach conversations.
Okay.
One, because like I think this kind of goes back to my upbringing a little bit because like I always like being gay, for instance. I always knew that, but I grew up going to church, and I'm not like upset about that, but I think it kind of forced me to like be reserved about a lot of things I was feeling and I really want to like openly express that. So now that I'm kind of moved past that, like I'm more mindful just to speak my mind or like talk about things and be kind of more vulnerable in ways that I wasn't before. And I think the podcast is part of that, because if you're sitting with someone for an hour or two, like you kind of have to talk about anything that comes up.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be reserved and hold a conversation for that long. So
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's been really good for the conversation side of things, getting to know people, helping me come out of my shell a little bit and like just have a conversation. Like that's cool. So yeah.
You came out in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago did you know?
Ooh.
Like, how long were you like keeping this secret?
Do you know
that's tough?
Do you know Zac Efron in High School Musical? That's when I found. No, kidding. No,
that twink, dude. Come on, dude. Come on.
No, I like 8th grade. I think it was kind of in my mind.
Okay,
I figured that out. I always knew like it was a little different, because you just do like you gotta, especially middle school, like you hear guys talking about like their girl crushes. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. I love that for you.
That's so funny.
So like I think I just knew from then, but it was always under the like you grew up going to church, so it's kind of the mindset like you know this thing, but like you're gonna either pray it away or like ask for change, and even if you don't, like you can have those feelings but you can't act upon them. That kind of thing. It
was that kind of because some, like, you know, not every church is like super like you know, homophobic, really.
Right,
you know, like, you know, so they were pretty like, it's a sin.
Yeah, they were clear about saying it was a sin, and I wish the narrative was like if you're reading scripture and you're like taking it for face value, I think you can like. You can see how people think it's a sin. There's like controversy around that because of like specific wording, and like they're saying like the word homosexual didn't come into the vocabulary of scripture until like the 40s, like 1940s or something like that.
Dude, not to interrupt, but there was a guy on Rogan in the last like 6 months, and he was like a congressman in Texas, I think.
James T something, yeah.
Yeah. But he like he went over this. He was just like, it actually encourages you to like, you know, be very okay with homosexuality. Like, you know, it's really about loving each other more than, you know.
Yeah.
He went to seminary school.
Yeah.
It was
I've heard him speak a few times, or just through videos and stuff, and he's very captivating.
Yeah.
And he's very well spoken and stuff, but very memorable guy. I just can't remember his last name. See, this is the problem that I have. I always blank. But I'm kind of in the spot now where I'm like trying to figure out my convictions on some of that, because convictions on what I grew up around, I'm kind of letting go of to a certain degree, in the sense of like, I don't want to feel like I can't live how I feel to a certain degree. I also don't want to say the Bible is totally 100% wrong just because of one thing that I disagree with. So like, it's kind of like finding that line of like, how do you balance something that has been spoken negatively against for so long, and like it's sinful in the eyes of the Bible, but then I don't know. It's a weird line to draw.
I totally get it, because like, I'm not necessarily a man of faith, but like I do believe in the value of having faith, right? And especially in times like these. I mean, there's a very darkness to the world right now, and like there hasn't always been, but you know, right now it's very in our face, and I do think that certain individuals are trying to make themselves out to be a god, and they are not. Absolutely. And it's like, I wish there was kind of like a belief that there is a higher power that will make a decision on this, you know.
I agree 100%. It's there's so much that gets twisted from like what, even like scripture at face value. It's very easy to look at a verse that says one thing and twist it and manipulate it to meet your own narrative. Yeah. So that was part of one of my hesitations, because like I hear the different sides of like, okay, well, homosexuality wasn't talked about in the Bible until like less than 100 years ago. I'm like, okay, but like, is that I'm playing this constant battle of like, is that just people changing the narrative to like fit their needs, and I'm still wrong, or are they right? And Christians have been wrong for this whole time, you know. Like, it's like that back and forth, and I'm very much so like a find the middle ground person. Like, I don't like conflict. I hate conflict.
Yeah.
So like I like to try to see both sides of things, but that's how I've been spending the last few years, is like trying to work through a lot of that and just kind of process some of that. But it is interesting. Like, I think there are a lot of people, like you said, that are just out for their own good, or trying to make themselves kind of their own God, or maybe they believe in God, but that's very twisted and manipulated just to meet their own needs. So that's part of the reason I really like the LGBTQ community, is because there's a lot of acceptance, and I wish I was focused on a little bit more in Christianity, because a lot of it, and a lot of kind of what I grew up around was, okay, if you don't conform to this, you're wrong, and at a certain point you're going to get cut out from this, which I don't think is biblical. I think you can like speak the truth according to what the Bible says, and not, this sounds like a preacher.
No.
I think you can, like, if you believe in what the Bible says, I think you can speak the truth, but still be loving and respectful of other people that don't agree, and let them build their own convictions over time. I think people try to change people by being harsh or being harmful, even, or just rude, and that's not a way to win people over for something you believe in. You know what I mean? So
I think that can be spoken for radicals on either end of the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Because there are people in the LGBTQ plus community that also are like, you got their pronouns wrong once,
right? Yes,
like, you're fucking done, dude.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
and that's like, so I mean, like, there's both ends of that,
Right.
and I do think just people in general just
Correct.
need to just be like, hey, we're all dumb animals in some way, right? Like, we have to fucking learn, you know?
Yeah. Which is, take my word for what it is. I'm a dumb paramedic that does comedy on upstate New York. Like, I'm nothing. Like, it's,
For sure.
But like, I don't know.
But you are a person with an opinion, you know,
Right.
and you have your own beliefs. You're allowed to.
And everybody's that way. It's kind of silly that people would think that if someone thinks differently than you, that they're just completely wrong, or you need to hate them for that. Unless, like, obviously some people have been directly harmful, or like have made decisions that match their opinion and agenda that have like harmed a whole group of people. Like, that's wrong, obviously. But I wish people were just good about finding mutual respect and being like, okay, they're different, they think differently than me, that's fine. We can have a narrative that's respectful and make actual like progress in these topics, but we don't have to be rude to people or harmful to them, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that doesn't happen nearly enough.
No, God, no. No. Rudeness comes first in most situations, which kind of blows, but,
yes,
you know, hey,
yeah,
that's life, baby.
That's life, baby.
That's life. No. Sorry to make this all about being gay, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. This will come out in June, you know?
This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah,
What the hell?
this is, we've laughed a bunch, actually.
No, I'm going to get back to you when you come to the show tonight. I'm going to be like, this is my gay partner, David, right here.
Dude, you're gonna fucking ruin my drinks, dude. I'm not gonna get any fucking drinks. Dude, that's gonna suck.
I'm gonna be like, this is David, fresh out of the closet, everybody. So,
dude,
round.
Honestly, half the listeners will believe that. You know? They're like, we knew it. That's tough.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for this show. I think. You know, like it'll be cool to see. It'd be cool to see Drew upstate. You know what I mean? Like that'd be cool.
I'm trying to get him on a show in Glens Falls in September that I'm doing with Lower Adirondack Pride. We're doing a show at the Charles Orwood Theater in Glens Falls, which is a great theater. If you ever get the chance to go, it's really, really cool. We did a Halloween show there last year that was really fun, but we're doing like a LGBTQ show just for comedy. Like, come out, laugh, hang out, burp, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to have him come up and headline that show, which would be sick.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've grown to I've gotten to. I mean, I feel like he probably wouldn't pick me out of a lineup, but like, I've gone to like 50 of your open mics. Sure. I don't know. Have you ever been to his open mic at Greenwich Comedy Club?
Not the open mic. The only thing I've done there was part of the festival.
Oh, you've been on a show down there.
Yes, but it was a festival show, so it was like 5 minutes, kind of very open micy, but
still
really fun. Like, a cool venue. Yeah. I was supposed to go down and just do. They had like is it prelims and then like semifinal or whatever it is.
Okay.
I was supposed to go down and just do a Thursday night show at Broadway, which is like their first show. So it's like a bringer show to get into the festival if you're accepted. And then from there, you can make it on to like the semifinals. But he texted me, was like, hey, on Wednesday, we have a semifinal show. I know you're traveling a lot. why don't you just come down and do that show and the Broadway show? So it was kind of cool because I got like a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, that's cool.
I did the Greenwood show on Wednesday and then the Broadway show on Thursday, and it was phenomenal. Like those audiences were super cool. The energy in the city is just different. Like it's I feel a little more hyped going there and like running material because it's so unfamiliar. It's a whole new group of people. It's kind of like I don't know. New York City in my mind is like where comics go to make it. Like that's where they go,
dude. Yeah, that's one of those things. Not to interrupt, but like one of those things of like standing outside of an open mic, talking to comedians before the door opens to let you in, and you know, people are there from Philly, people are visiting from you know, Baltimore, and they're just like, yeah, you know, like this is where I gotta be, like this is it, and then you know, but then they're also like, they're like, it's weird that like it's like $5. It's like it's weird, you know. It's like you guys can do so many, but like none of the shows pay. And it's like, yeah, man, that's part of it. There's a million of us down here, you know. We all want the spot. So like, why would you pay somebody that isn't making, or you know, somebody that's willing to do it for free will take the spot? Yeah, you know.
Actually, I did do an open mic at Greenwich.
Oh, okay, cool.
It wasn't with Drew. It was a like 3 p.m. show, and I don't count this in my brain because it was one you had to like pay $5 to do 5 minutes.
That is probably one of his. He organizes all of them.
He may have organized it, but there's some other producer guy that was a million years old. Like actually, like he is so dehydrated, a strong wind would turn him into dust. Like that kind of thing. Like, but it was him. I walked into the room like I'd gone onto like Bad Slava to see all the list of mics, and I saw that one, and I just hit the one down the road from that.
Grizzly Pear Comedy Shop.
I think it was that one.
Okay. We're not supposed to support them anymore. So you know.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, get some tea. Okay.
No, the club owner sexually harassed a young lady. Oh yeah, just grabbed her right in the crotch. It was, yeah. I know I'm making it sound funny because time has passed, but it's pretty fucked up. That is fucked up. So most people are not.
Fuck that place. Yeah. Good to know. Cool.
Good to know. Yeah.
Anyway, I stopped at Greenwich, and I just walk in, and there's this old guy sitting at a table. I was like, is there a mic going on? He's like, yeah, I'll start here in a few minutes. I'm like, okay. So I just sit down, and we're talking for a little bit, and one other comic comes in. I'm like, cool, like maybe an audience will come in. He's like, all right, let's get to it. And he stands up. And he doesn't even do his own set. Actually, he sat at the table and was like, coming up first, Caleb White. And there's 2 people in this room other than me. Love that. And I was like, can I have my $5 back? This is insulting that I have to pay you to bomb in front of you guys. Like, yeah. So it was a learning lesson. Not every mic donor is worth it. Although, like, it is kind of good, I guess, to get up in front of audience, like in front of that kind of thing, and just see if you can get anything to be funny. It's kind of a good challenge, I guess. But
that's comedy, baby.
Yeah.
I got to wrap up because the shop's closing here, and you got a show to go to.
Yes.
Likable is filmed and recorded with Radio Free Rhinecliff. Thank you to Jen Hammoud and Matthew Rosenberg, our producers. Thank you to the Epicurean, which hosts us for each and every episode. Likable is a comedy-based podcast. We're experts in absolutely nothing, so don't sue us.
None of this was actual medical advice.
Definitely. Don't, New York State, stay away from me. I assume none of it. We're experts in nothing, so please, just have fun, and hope you enjoyed. Caleb, dude, thank you for coming down. Thank you for coming on the show. Like, it's just been feel like a long time coming.
This is super cool. It's the first time being on another podcast. So
really,
Wow. It's really cool to see the setup, and like I've learned a lot so far. So
dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. So all right, well, thank you for coming on, man.
No worries, pal. Thank you.
Ooh, yeah, music. Oh my goodness, it's time for the big finish. And when I say that, I mean I'm finishing all over these show dates. We got 6/12. I got the Roast of Rhinebeck coming up. That's going to be in a couple days after this comes out. On 6/13, again, a couple of days after this is going to be a Don't Tell Comedy in Hopewell, New York. I believe the Roast is sold out. I'm not sure how the Don't Tell Comedy is doing. They're probably sold out. On 6/18, I'm going to be in New York City at the Downtime Bar. Headliner is going to be Carmen Lagala. She's hilarious. I'm very excited to work with this comedian. On 6/20, I'm going to be at the Crooked Mouth Comedy Show in Endicott, New York. It's a bit of a hike, okay? And listen, a lot of people are going to say, David, you're putting a lot of miles on the car. But don't worry. Don't fret, my friends, because I'm jamming out to some sweet tunes and listening to this podcast and other great podcasts like the Great to Be Here podcast, which gives me a shout out almost weekly. The Super Salad podcast, which gives me a shout out almost weekly. And then I like to believe that Kay still gives me a shout out, and Patrick as well, even when I'm not there. On 624, St. Mark's Comedy Club, I'm going to be back in New York City. That's very exciting. And then on 626, the Zen is in Theater. I'm going to be there in New Paltz. And on 628, I'm going to be doing my first roast battle, the Comedy Fight Club. That's going to close out the month. Very excited for this. You know, I don't know what's going on with the Krog shows. We will figure it out. We will have more shows for you somewhere in Rhinebeck very soon. I'm going to figure it out, though. Thank you for listening. And you know what? We got a new close. Carl, take it away, my guy.